What's up, guys?
Welcome to our hidden after party, not featuring Rob Lowe,
No.
where we answer questions that
That's
you
right.
guys have asked us.
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff. What are the questions? What many do we have?
We have, unfortunately, we only have 4 questions.
Yeah, we didn't really we didn't really announce it for that.
Oh, I kept announcing it on Instagram, but I don't think a lot of people on Instagram.
Yeah, I had a couple questions
You
on
know.
Instagram.
So I think we're gonna do this on. It'd be cool if we can email list going. But I think I'm gonna announce it on the Facebook page. So if you're listening to this and if you're watching, well, you won't be listening to this. You'll just be watching it.
Yep, just a video.
Yep, it's just video. So if you're watching this and if you have questions, because we're going to try to do a Q&A like every time, you know, you can send us a question to ask us, just one question and we'll answer it. And again, if you're a patron, and you are a $7 patron, so you spend $7 a month, we will answer 3 questions during the Q&A, 3 of them. So that's what we're going to be doing. As you see. So you can direct message us at Jackson L. Boyd or at C. Danny Wilt if you're on the Insta. There are some people who are watching this who might be like old grandmas and don't really do Instagram.
Mm.
You know who you are.
You know who you are, Grandma.
You know who you are.
You never answer my calls, Grandma.
Ever. Why don't you answer the calls?
She needs me.
She probably, maybe.
Okay. What's
So, yeah, you can email us at teamfreewillcast at...
And we can do links
Yeah.
down below.
Yeah, we'll also do
All
links
that
in the
kind of
description and
stuff.
everything, yeah. But, okay, so the first question, who is this question from about the 3 favorite Dean moments? Do you know?
Let me check. See if I can find out. It is from Natasha Bruner at Instagram.com.
Natasha Bruda
Yeah. Natasha Bruner.
asks, 3 favorite Dean moments.
That's tough, man.
That's a tough
I
one.
love Dean Winchester. He's my favorite. Man. Top 3, like individual specific moments. I gotta put him getting the mark of Cain and like killing everybody scene in season 9
Which
when he gets
one?
yeah when he get
Oh, I mean, it's at
like
Cain's farm.
Yeah, when he's at Cain's farm and Cain like sends, or I don't know if he sends them, but like this onslaught of demons.
Oh, because he's trying to
Come
test
in.
them. So he's sitting there chucking corn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Dean's just like going
Yeah.
to town on him. Love that. Oh man. Also, these are all gonna be like fight scenes. I'm gonna do 2 fight scenes. The Demon Dean fight scene with the soldier guy, who in my head is Jeremy Renner, but I know it's not. That scene in season 10, episode 2 or 3, something like that.
Mm.
That's like a classic scene. I think there's a YouTube clip of that
Yeah.
where he's just like kind of toying with him, basically.
Yeah.
Badass, super cool. Right. 3rd favorite, and this is just off the cuff because I could probably think of 20 more. 3rd favorite, I'm gonna say, man, this is tough. Let me rack my brain. Let me rack room shoes my brain. Okay.
He's rack room shooting his brain right now.
Okay.
Just give him a moment.
I'm gonna say, oh God.
All right, take a breath, buddy.
This isn't a Dean. This isn't a Dean specific scene. This is Dean and Sam.
Okay.
But I do really like the end of the Christmas episode when they have their little rum eggnog.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
moment.
sweet.
It's a nice little moment. It's not Dean specific, but that's what the first thing popped into my head.
Yeah.
And that's actually one episode that I watch. I've probably seen the most frequently because I always watch that episode every Christmas Eve.
Why don't you watch My Bloody Valentine? Do you watch that once a year?
On Valentine's Day?
I think. Weren't we supposed to watch that?
Mm.
Okay, we're gonna make this to a thing. Now, every holiday special we're going to watch
So
on that day, and we're gonna put it on YouTube on that day. We're gonna do it.
Down.
Even though we said that we wouldn't do any reacts or recaps.
Right.
Well, yeah, the main thing was no recap episodes. We don't want to do that. We
Yeah.
want to we wanted to focus this stuff on subjects. But for me, my 3 favorite Dean moments are, the first one would be when he tells Gabriel the truth. When Gabriel tries to convince Sam and Dean to play their roles,
Yes.
and Dean kind of goes on with this little rant at him, and he's like, it's not about you, and it's not about this little thing you have with your brothers.
Yeah.
It's you and
That's the changing channels.
yeah,
episode.
changing channels. Yeah, it's like this is about you and your family.
Yeah,
And he
that's a good one.
hits the fire alarm thing, and then it rings and the circle goes out. I really like that because it was like that character Gabriel's acting out his intention and his throughout the whole episode of what he wants, and Dean kind of sees straight through that, and he's like,
Pull the rug out from under.
yeah, he's like, no, dude, like you're not being honest with yourself here. This is what this is really about, and he like lays it out at him, and he's just like, you're right, So that was
Damn, Dean, you're woke.
yeah, that was a really good moment. Hold on, Lee's walking by.
Leah Wilt.
I'm sure you can pick up the footsteps.
Leah.
I can.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So
let's take
my
this.
second Dean moment is going to be the
It's tough, man. Especially for a main character.
because I had given it some thought, and I was like, no, I'm not going to think about it because I'm going to think about it when we're doing the video.
That's what I did. I went improv.
So the other one would be when
It's tough.
okay, here's one. When Dean opens up about his time in hell.
Oh, the monologue.
Yeah,
Damn, that's a good one.
it's a powerful one.
That's a really tough one.
That was what episode was that? Cause I like it was one of those
It was in
episodes.
season 5.
Yeah, no,
Or 4.
It was one of those episodes where it's like they put like this powerful little scene at the end of it, but the episode was about something kind of random.
It was the two. What do they call it? The classic Sam and Dean on their side of the road
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
I had to
BM
do
scene.
yeah, I had to do a recording of that monologue. I had to learn it into a recording of it for an animated supernatural thing that I was a part of.
Really?
A few years ago.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's somewhere on YouTube. If anybody could ever find it, I voiced Dean Winchester in an episode of an animated supernatural thing that somebody did a few years ago.
Not the supernatural anime.
Not that. That would be incredible. What if I just like hit you with that? Like, oh yeah, that's me. No. So we have one more.
So that's one, and the other one is going to be. Okay. The other one's a spoiler, so I don't know if I want to say it.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! Yeah, so listen, when he finally says yes to Michael in season 13,
Oh, damn.
and him and Lucifer finally have the showdown they're supposed to have, and they have that fight, and it's just it's really epic. Dean is kind of cornered, so he's like, okay, what,
Damn.
Yeah.
See, I haven't seen that.
So it's a spoiler for you, but I had to say it, so I'm sorry.
Well, I knew he did because I've seen the little clips of.
Yeah, but it was really crazy because Lucifer was not only powered by whatever is left of his grace, but also of Jack's grace. So you have like a archangel human hybrid,
Yeah.
an archangel versus an archangel. So it was really intense scene.
Badass.
But yeah, that's my 3 ones.
It's good 3.
yeah.
I like that. I actually, I'm not going to because it's cheating, but I would kind of want to change the Christmas one to the Dean in Hell monologue.
Yeah.
'Cause that's really.
Yeah, and what makes that really good is not just the scene necessarily, but the fact that the actor is reacting to his character's experience in hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a really good moment for
Yeah.
Jensen Ackles.
'Cause
his acting.
I think there are some interviews online about this, but like his reaction to that, the tears, the emotional reaction to that was real.
Mhm.
That was him really reacting to his character. And that's happened one other time, I think, when he was talking to Mary, I think in season 12 or
There's something
something.
to be said when you play a character. Well, I mean, at that point, it had only been 4 years, but that is a long time. But especially now, after 15 years
Mhm.
of playing a character, it's
Mhm.
like, wait, that's a long time. It's
Yeah.
kind of like becomes a part of you, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to let that go for them, I'm sure. Next
The
question.
next question comes from Bethany from the Plaidcast. I emailed her and was like, hey, do you have a question? And she sent me one
Very cool, Bethany.
from the Plaidcast.
What's your question? Podcast.
Side note, my cello's named Bethany. Did I tell you that I named my cello Bethany? It's after a girl that I met in 8th grade. I had a crush on her.
That's adorable.
Shut up.
I didn't know that.
She was in orchestra class. She played second violin and
Aw,
psycho, so I named my cello Bethany.
that's sweet.
So anyway, shut up. So she asked, what's your favorite season and why?
Oh man, this is one. Okay, so my go-to answer was always a 3-way tie with season 1, 5, and 9.
Okay.
I love season 1 because it's the core. It's like the show at its core element. You know, just the monsters, like very, I guess, stripped down. You know, and then everything that builds on top of it are the following
Yeah.
seasons. So it's the show at its core. And season 5, I think, has the best. Just story overall, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I love the 4 Horsemen. I love like getting the rings, and all that. I love everything with Lucifer. I love Lucifer. Mark Pellegrino, is that his name? Is
Yeah.
Lucifer? It's just incredible. Sam starts to, because in season 4, Sam really was pissing me off.
Mhm.
So season 5, he starts to kind of redeem himself a little bit, and I think everybody has a great storyline in that season. And then season 9, I love mainly just because Mark of Cain Dean.
Demons.
Awesome.
Yeah, I wish they would have played more around with
Yeah.
Demon.
Yeah, that would've been
Play around with them. So you have a 3-way going.
It's a 3-way.
It's a 3-way.
If I had to pick my favorite of those 3, it'd be season 5 then.
Okay. So my answer would be season 5
Okay.
as well, because that's where they introduce some new elements in season 4. So I was going to say season 4, simply for that reason, and they do it very well. I still think Lazarus Rising is like
Oh, that's a great.
it's so good. I mean, you can look at that episode at so many different levels of interpretation, like philosophically, psychologically, or even just simply as a hero quest episode. But season 5 is where they take those characters that they've already introduced and they sort of throw them into the fire, and they have great episodes in that season. Great episodes.
Such a good season.
They have the season the 4 Horsemen. When they talk about the 4 Horsemen, that reminded me a lot of the 7 Deadly Sins
Yes.
episode. They changing channels. The swap meet episode where they swap bodies. There's a lot of the monster.
Is it swap meat?
Yes.
Okay, before you said meat swap.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I feel better about it the other way around.
And the monster episode where they have like
Oh, the black and white
yeah,
one?
there's a lot of
Such a
fun
good
stuff. I said changing channels already.
I
The
think-
one with all the different demigods. That's also in season 5.
That's a really
They
good
have
season.
really good episodes.
That's the
in season
thing, and I
5.
think the reason, so I guess we have the same favorite
Oh.
season, it's cute. I think that's the main reason for me, is that every season usually has some kind of like filler episodes that are good in their own right, but they're just kind of, you can tell it's just like, okay, we gotta fill a 22 episode or 24 episode gap, we gotta put some stuff in there. But that season doesn't really have that, I feel.
Yeah.
You know? And I guess because they're tying up so many things that every episode is like a really integral part of the story.
Yeah, and then towards the end, they sort of they bring Adam back, and then they, Dean's about to say yes, he's about to just give up, and in a sense he's not really. I wouldn't say that he is like suicidal at that point, but he's just like, dude, I may as well just say yes.
I know that'd be kind of like
Yeah.
in a not traditional way.
in a way that he's saying like, well, it's not worth it. I'm just gonna give up.
Yeah.
In that sort of degree that he is. But that's the same episode as I just watched that episode. I think last night. I think I watched it last night. But that's the same episode as
It's the same episode as Dan.
Damn.
Next question.
Anyway, next question. Had to
Favorite
bring.
season 5.
Okay, 5. Now this is who sent you this one about Dean's haircut?
Let me check my Android. It's not an Android. We got this one. Wait, that's not it. We got this one from Celestial Martinez.
Celestial Martinez asks, favorite haircut on Sam/Dean. So we're gonna do Sam and Dean.
Sam season 4.
I might have to go with the same thing. Sam season 4.
Sam's hair gets stupid after season 6.
His haircut isn't too long and it's not too short, and you can tell that he just sort of let it grow out after season 3 because he has a very similar haircut in season 3. It's just longer.
Yeah.
But I would say season 4. I have there is one where it's like longer and it's parted on the side. I kind of like the side part.
Like season 6, I think.
I
Or
think.
maybe 8.
But
I think in season 10 he has this weird bob.
yeah, he has a weird thing going on. So yeah, season 4 is Sam.
For Dean, it's pretty similar every season.
I know,
But
except for one.
They're distinct.
There
It's
is
much
one
longer
where
in the
it's-
first couple episodes of season 1.
That's true. Yeah.
So I think, I mean, for Dean, subtle differences and stuff, but I want to say like season 8. No, not season 8. That's actually my least favorite. I'll say season 9.
Season 8's when he was in purgatory, right?
See,
Or at
yeah.
7.
In season 8, his hair's a little longer on the top, but it's shorter on the sides.
Yeah, it's
He almost had, it's like a fade
yeah.
where it's going down,
Yeah.
but it's longer, and I'm not really. a
Yeah,
huge
one
fan
time
of
when I
it.
was going to get my haircut, that's actually the picture that I had
Really?
to use as a reference. But didn't do that.
I like the season 9, 10. 'Cause
Okay, I would say when this is not specific to a season, but it's a few episodes, and that's when he's Demon.
Oh, when he has the
His
cloth.
hair is obviously different,
Yeah,
and it's when he has the side part
Yeah.
thing going. Kind of like what I have.
and it's longer.
Yeah, it's
all
longer.
over.
It's
Sides,
longer.
top.
It's longer. So he's got like a side, a comb over to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one would be my favorite one for Dean. And this one wasn't really submitted as a question for the Q&A, but it was a question I was asked by the same girl, Bethany from Plaidcast, and I was like, I'm
That's
gonna
what
go ahead,
Plaidcast.
and use that as another question. She asked me how we organize by theme instead of episode by episode. So the question in the email was like she was interested in how we organize our episodes by the theme instead of episode by episode. And my answer to that was like it's actually kind of hard. Because it's hard to not do an episode by episode recap because that's all I get to do is just like watch the episode, take notes, and go back over it, you know. And you get a lot from that. You get a lot of good discussion from that.
Well, I just think that like the broader topics lead to more discussion.
That's what I said. I told her that, you know, we pick a subject from a handful of episodes or a season or a handful of seasons, and we're like, okay, we're going to talk about this subject, and then in the podcast we narrow it down to a point. You know, so we talked like the podcast that we just did and the video we just did was about the special effects and visual effects, but we narrowed that down to specifically like how they're used in Supernatural, and even more specifically like how they're used with demons in regard to
And also
demons.
one thing that I would like to get with this podcast as we go along with it, even what we did in this episode that we just recorded is like not it because it's such a broad topic, it leads to other things as well. Like we didn't just talk about Supernatural, there were some other little things.
Yeah.
And so, it leads to more of a discussion, which
Yeah.
I think is what our goal is with this podcast.
Yeah.
Rather than it being a recap, it's more
Yeah.
of a, two bros talking about dude shit.
We're just guys being dudes.
This guy's
In the Symbols and Style episode, we actually started talking about Breaking Bad, Walking Dead. I think we talked about The Big Bang Theory because we were talking about their wardrobe.
Yeah.
And so we started talking about
Yeah, I
episodes.
remember
Yeah.
that.
So it fits into that. So we usually just take a subject. We extract a subject from all the seasons of Supernatural, and we're like, we're going to talk about this.
Supernatural is the root, but there's other things that we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, because there's other things that we can talk about as well. Like, but we usually try to narrow it down to one or two things.
You want it to be like an actual conversation.
Yeah, we want this to be a conversation and not like
strict.
not us talking to you about what we got from the episodes, because a lot of people do that, and we want to sort of make this different from the other podcasts that you see.
We want to stand out.
We want to stand out, and to the degree that we stand out, it's actually not that difficult because, like we were saying before, like we could just not have this rolling, and we'd still have these conversations.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The only thing is that we're recording it.
Talking.
Yeah, so it's very much we want this to be very much like the Joe Rogan experience, where we're just having a conversation.
Exactly.
Exactly like
I'm Joe
Rogan.
Rogan, and you are.
Who's the guy? Is his name Eddie? No.
Eddie. Bravo.
No,
Eddie Bravo?
not
Eddie
no,
Bravo.
no, not Eddie Bravo. No, not Eddie Bravo. No, the dude behind the computer.
Redman? Is that his name? There was one dude named Redman.
No. It's the dude behind the computer who looks the stuff up and throws it up on the TV. There's like a
you're
TV
that guy.
here
I
and a
don't
TV
know.
behind him.
You're that guy though, because you did that. You threw it up on the TV.
I did. I threw it up.
You're the TV thrower.
Yeah. So that was all the questions that we had.
Yep.
We're going to be doing this again whenever we do our next episode. That might be a monthly thing. It might be a bi-weekly thing. But so if you have any questions you would like us to answer, you can hit us up at our Facebook group page, Team Free Will Cast. You can also email us at teamfreewillcast@gmail.com. Also, on the Anchor website that we have that we use to upload these podcasts, you can send us a voice message. That's also an option to send us voice messages. So you can try that out as well.
That's a really cool little feature.
Yeah.
That has.
And so what happens is when they send that, I can actually use that and put it in the episode.
Okay.
So it's a pretty cool thing that they have there.
Love it.
Also, check out our Patreon account, Team Free Will. And thanks for watching. And if you listen to the podcast, thanks for listening. And we'll see you guys next time
Next time, thank you guys.
on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Sack. Go. That's what I'm ending with. Jesus.
I feel like you need to take a shower now or something.
Mm-hmm.